Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Right, we just got to wait for Facebook Live to do its thing. Hello, Karen. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Not bad. Just finished my dinner. But then noticed I've got a few bits and bobs in my teeth because it was like these spinach parcel things. I thought I can't have no spinach like sticking in my teeth, so I had to clean my teeth, which is why we're a little bit late.
Not a good look.
No, not a good look, that.
No.
But I figured no one would mind on this beautiful, lovely summer's day that's snowing. Is it snowing where you are?
No, it's raining. It's wet, but it's not snowing. No snow.
It's raining sweat.
No, it's raining and it's wet.
I knew what you meant, but it did sound like raining sweat.
No,
Right.
It's raining and it is wet.
Raining and is wet. Okay, so who we got in here? We've got people connecting as we speak, which is always nice. So we've got Sonia. Ooh, we've got Be Live. Look, I can put your little faces up on screen. Sonia says hi, Matt and Karen.
Hello.
Kamal says hello. Justin says hi. David says we're both looking well, especially Matt, but I don't know why it cuts that off on the screen.
Funny that, isn't it?
Stephen Davis is here. Sherlock Stephen is in the building. Hi, Karen. Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone, he says. Nicholas says, woohoo, just in time. Hi, Chris. Hey, Erica. Hey, Shay. She? What are you saying, Karen?
Shay.
Shay. Hey, Ria. Is that right, Ria?
Yes.
Cool.
You sure you haven't been on the sauce?
I've definitely not been on the sauce, unless the sauce is Volvic. Am I breaking up?
A little bit.
But
Only the picture. Don't worry, we'll survive.
Let me make sure. You know what? I'll leave you on here just a second. Let me make sure that Holly's not got Netflix on with headphones in. I'll sneak up on her. I'll be right back.
You're just mean. You're so mean. It's just rotten. Right, who else have we got here? See, I got it right. It's Shay. Lovely. Got it right. Say hello, guys. Who else is with us today? I don't know how far Matt got. Chris and Erica. We did Ria as well. Fran's here. Hello, Fran. I think we're just waiting for extra people to come in. Hello.
Thank you, Matt. I look like I'm breaking up. What's going on?
It's fine. It's only a little bit of rumble in the picture.
Is it? Oh, you can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It's just a little bit smudgy.
Oh, okay. Handle smudgy. Right, who else we got here? Hey, Fran. Let me put your faces on. Here we go. Hey, Paul. David says, saw your message on the deal sheet, Karen Summer. Exciting things to come. What does he mean, Karen?
Oh, well, I put a message in there for bookable VA clients. I didn't tell anything I shouldn't, honestly, really. I just let them know that some stuff's coming and that the Chrome extension is going to link into BVA sheets and it's going to be fabulous.
Ooh, I don't think anyone outside BVA knows that, do they?
No, probably not. Probably not. I mean, they'll both work independently as well.
Yeah, so the idea is the Chrome extension works on its own.
Yes.
BVA works on its own. The two different things that do two different things. But we figured why not integrate them somewhat? Do you know what I mean? So if you've got BVA, then you'll get even more functionality out of the new thing, the new Chrome extension. That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to be fabulous. I'm very excited about it.
I'm really, really excited about the Chrome extension. Big time. Michelle is here. And the other Michelle's here. Hi, guys. Andy's here. Hey, so we've got a nice little turnout. A few more popping in at the minute. Yeah, they keep coming. Who else is in the building? Anyone want to say hello and get their little faces up on screen like Michelle's is right now? Like, ooh. Say hi if you've just joined. Right, okay, so we're going to talk about online arbitrage, aren't we, Karen?
We are, absolutely.
And we have got no agenda. I've not planned anything. I've not spoken to Karen about anything. This is a very much off the cuff thing that I said to Karen about 2 hours ago. Do you fancy doing a live this afternoon? In fact, it might not have even been 2 hours ago. Because it's Q2 now. It's Q2. Yeah. We're finally through that horribleness of Q1. And for some people, Q1's been awesome.
Yep.
But for a lot of people, it's been sourcing deals has been really difficult for a lot of people in Q1. Sales have been a bit slow in Q1 for a lot of people. There's always going to be that exception. You know, them sellers that just know what to sell at the right time, and they've been doing it ages, and they're just all right. But for the majority of people, especially people that are in the equivalent of sixth gear in Q4 selling toys, and then they have to go, ooh, it's not even down into fifth gear. It's down into fourth, third, second for toys. Do you know what I mean? Toys quickly dry up. So if you've been selling toys, gifts in Q4, Q1 must be quite like a sledgehammer hitting you. Do you think, Karen?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely tough. And I think this year, and I've noticed it more as well, that there's not so many, there was a lot of Valentine's stuff around, and then a lot of Mother's Day stuff around, and I just didn't see it as much this year as I did last year. It's not been there as much this year.
Okay, well, they're kind of usually dangerous deals anyway, because you never know how many to buy. You can always buy the odd unit here and there, but if you go deep on it, you can get caught out because you can't sell Valentine's stuff at any other time of year. So literally, you've got that window. As that window passes, you've got to wait another year. Do you know what I mean? That's really how it is, isn't it? So, yeah. Right, who else has joined? We've got James in here. Hi, James. We've got Akram in here. Hi, Akram. We've got Georgie. Hey. Right, so still people coming in, which is cool. Right. So, let's do a little update, shall we? How's Q1 been going, Karen, with regards to deal sourcing? Because obviously you're on the front lines of deal sourcing on a daily basis. You'll see the ups, the downs, the deals, the not deals. You'll see it all. So how's Q1 been with regards to deals? Has it been good? Has it been rubbish? What's it been like?
It's not been great. There's been some great deals, don't get me wrong. Of course there are. But there's not the great deals in quantity that there is beforehand. And, everyone gets used to huge amounts of great quantity deals, and then all of a sudden they're not there so much. And there's some, but there's not loads of them. And it makes it harder. It makes it tougher, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So are we expecting Q2 to be better? Are we seeing any sales? I was walking around the shops, I think it was yesterday, and I saw a lot of sale signs going up in shops. Is that what's happening? Are the sales on at the minute?
Yeah, there are some sales. There's not been a mega big fantastic sale yet, but there's general little sales that we're just including. But I'm waiting for the big mega ones to show their face, because they're the ones I like, and we do bonus sheets and stuff. So they're the ones that I love. But it's just general sales are happening, which is making it a little bit better now. So Easter's usually the turning point. So I've got high hopes for the next, certainly within Bookable VA, there's going to be massive changes in the next 2-3 months. Massive.
Well, I think this is an exciting time to get into online arbitrage, because if you're starting in Q2, you kind of, it's only going to get better. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. Yeah. It's not really going to go Q2 is amazing and Q3 is rubbish. It's kind of going to be a slow kind of rumble upwards. So this is a perfect time to learn the business. And then once you've through the learning part of the business, towards the end of summer, things start to take off and go mad for Q4, which everyone loves. I noticed a lot of people saying that they wish they would have gone deeper in Q4 this year. Did you notice that as well, Karen?
Yeah, but that's about experience as well, isn't it? They're potentially people that have been doing that was their first Q4. You don't really know how it is, what it's like, and basically, if you're doing online arbitrage, you need to make enough in Q4 to carry you through. Not completely, but a lot of it in Q1 because of the fact that there's less around.
Yeah.
So definitely make the most of Q4 when it comes around, and make sure you go deep on stuff, and the great deals, make sure you make the most of them when they're there, because you can't guarantee they'll be there the following month.
I'll take a little bit of the blame for that, because I went too deep I guess it would be Christmas 2016. Would that be right? I guess it would be. Yeah, Christmas 2016. I went too deep, so way too deep on some items. So I was kind of convincing people to err on the side of caution for this Q4. So I bet some people held back because of me, And then they're the ones that are going, damn, I wish I'd have gone deeper. But you know what? I didn't hear many people saying I bought 100 units and I've still got 67 left. I didn't hear any of that. So you know what? It's better to be frustrated that maybe you could have made a bit more money than frustrated because your money's tied up in stock that you can't sell for maybe, the best part of a year, if not, till next Q4 or whatever. Okay, so wicked. You got any more thoughts on that stuff, Karen?
I don't think so. I think that sums it up all quite well, really. But it's better that they didn't go too deep and they learned that for that last year, and then this year they'll know the right place to be, won't they?
Absolutely. Right. So I'm just going to go to the comments, see what people are saying. If they're saying anything, Akram says Q4 is the best. It is. Did that come up on screen? That's not come up on screen, is it?
No. A little button broken.
Oh, I think things are broke. Great. No more questions on screen, guys. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. Akram just said Q4 is the best. David James Breaker said, for me and Richard Hyatt, this is our first experience of Q1 and Q2. We started June 2017. It's been a great learning curve and I had ups and downs, but we have learnt so much thanks to the support of the amazing SWP crew. Oh, that's lovely. I wish that would come up on screen now. That's a nice thing. Hey, Jay's here. I don't know why I'm clicking the buttons still.
It's not working.
No, it's not working.
No.
And then he's put, then when you add on the support Karen Summer has given us, just amazing. That's a nice. Thank you. Nice little comments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jay says his internet's a little bit ropey, but I can be here for a while. Hello, all. Oh, James, the questions. Oh, that was coming up on screen, not broken. So it's broken on mine, not on you guys. All right, and nice one.
It's broken on mine too.
So can you see that your faces and everything, Fran, yeah? Oh, it's coming up on... There we go. All right, then. Yeah, all right. It's not broke. It's just broke for me. But that's all right. Cool. I don't need to see it. You guys get to see yourselves. Okay, so obviously we're going to do a live Q&A in a bit. If you guys have got any questions, any thoughts, any comments, by all means, throw them into the group in a bit. But what I'm also interested in doing is is anybody in here that's interested, that's doing online arbitrage and is interested in jumping on a voice video call so you can join us and we can go to third screens and we can chat to you. If anybody would like to come on here, and trust me, you'll actually enjoy it. I won't buy. Karen doesn't buy. Not very hard anyway. God, don't take that the wrong way. But if you want to jump on, guys, then let me know in the comments. And you know what? Why not? We can have a little chat. You can tell us about your journey. Tell us about your Q1. Like I say, we won't be too fierce with you. And see what we've got to say. Right. Graham says sound was muted. Lol was listening to YouTube. Fran says they can see faces. Okay, it's just me that can't. Right, so does anyone want to jump on this before we continue? Does anyone want to jump on this and chat?
David's going to give it a go.
David, yeah, nice one. All right, then. What's the worst that can happen? We'll see. Right, okay, let's do this then. Right, so David, I'm gonna just drop you a quick link.
This is fun.
It's fun, is it?
Yeah, I like having somebody else on with us.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? So I'm just going to drop you a quick link into Facebook PM. If you click that link, you should be added to the lobby. We won't be able to hear you straight away, but then I'll add you to the thing and you'll be able to talk so we can chat. I mean, it. Look how excited Karen is. It don't take much, does it, Karen?
No, unfortunately not, no.
It doesn't take much. I'm saying. I'm excited by it as well. And again, no plans to do this either. This is literally on the fly. I'm just thinking, why not? Let's see if someone else wants to come in here and join us. See if they want to chat. Right, so hang on, let's have a look. So just while he's just connecting, because he should have got the link by now. While he's just connecting, I will chuck. Oh, here he is. I can see him in the lobby, I think. He's coming. Is he coming? Here he is. Right, we can't hear you yet. I'm going to add you, David. Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1. Wait.
Is it echoey though?
Yeah, it's echoey. Can we do anything about that? Oh, that's me.
Yes. I can't have it on the TV because it will echo like hell.
Yeah, turn the TV off. Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah, there's less than delay, isn't it? What was that? Someone laughing in the background.
So that's Rich in the background, bless him.
Okay. Right, is there anything we can do to try and eliminate all the feedback and stuff? We can still hear ourselves. Is there any chance we can put us through the headphones or put us on smaller speakers or something? We can do to try and eliminate all the feedback and stuff. We can still hear ourselves. Is there any chance we can put us through the headphones or put us on smaller speakers or something? A delay, isn't there?
Did you want Paul David that he's on video?
Is that better?
Yeah, much better. Perfect.
I'm sorry, Rich, you can't listen to the webinar now. I love you, but no.
Right. Hello, David. Nice of you to join us, mate.
Hello.
Take some guts to do this, but you don't need to worry. I can tell you're confident, but you don't need to worry. We will look after you. So talk to us, David. Obviously, you do online arbitrage, do you? When did you start doing it?
Yeah, so we started about June last year.
Yeah.
It was April, apparently. I've been corrected. Just after the tax year. But we started in about April.
Yeah.
It all started actually because a friend of ours, a friend of his come from America who sells in America, but he's doing large amounts of Amazon selling in America, like huge.
Millions.
Yeah, well, quite a bit, yeah. And I think, like he said, his big break was doggy poo. Child, you know the soft doggy poo, like kids doggy. You know, like it's rubber doggy poo. Apparently, he bought thousands of them and made quite a lot of money out of it. So that was an interesting conversation.
Nuts, crazy, isn't it?
Just proves you don't have to like what you buy and what you sell.
Yeah, you had to like what you're buying. So maybe I'd quite like that. I'd put it all over the kitchen floor, make Holly think that Pebbles are good mad. I'd quite enjoy that product. But okay, so that him, your friend, telling you that they sold loads on Amazon in the US, make you think, you know what, I'll have a look.
Well, I mean, Richard had already started looking into it a little bit, and I don't know how he come across your group, for example, and that's where we realised, oh, okay. Actually,
there's other people doing this.
It was his YouTube videos. Oh, okay. It was your YouTube videos apparently that got the interest. And it's sort of just it's just sort of gone on from there. And I mean, I remember those first couple of days when we were selling. Like a lot of it was my old, because I used to be a huge board gamer. And role player, stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, and I had piles of this stuff which I bought years ago. Yeah. And we wanted to get rid of them, so we put them on Amazon secondhand. Yeah. And that's when things just start, and we realised, okay, we can buy new stuff, and it just. Yeah,
I'm with you. So, did you used to do Games Workshop stuff like Warhammer 40,000 or Warhammer or anything like that?
Yeah. So sort of. A very expensive hobby.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, not many people. I don't think I've shared this, but when I was younger, I used to love Warhammer 40,000. I used to buy the little miniatures and paint them and stuff. Used to love all that stuff.
Same.
As geeky as that might make me, but I did. But yeah, I used to enjoy that. Okay, so you, what kind of starting capital did you start off with? Then did you have a lot? Did you have a little?
I think we had roughly 1.5K.
Right. So now starting capital. So And where did it go from there? Did you manage to sell all your initial stock, or did you get some bad buys, or what?
I think pretty much all of our initial stock now has sold.
Yeah.
There were some amazingly bad buys.
Yeah. I've got a room full of them.
The amount of things that we bought at first, because I mean, the keeper, you've always said this, understanding the keeper chart is a science and an art in its own part.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So I've heard people bashing keeper lately, saying it's not accurate and it's not this and it's not that. Show me a more accurate tool for free as well. I think keeper's amazing. I think I just think anyone that can bash keeper, I don't know what tool they're using that's better. There's nothing better. And I know, I think what it is, I think the people that do actually bash keeper are people that don't quite understand it. So they'll take a figure and go, well, that's not the right figure, but they don't realize that the merchant fulfilled price plus shipping doesn't show on there, if I remember right. That's how it works. Something like that, but they're thinking it will. So I think it's little things like that. So it's more their lack of understanding of how keeper works rather than keeper being bad. But yeah, it's a great tool, isn't it? And free. Amazing.
Well, and let's be honest, in business, anything that's free is pretty amazing. It's that good as well. That's the thing. So
yeah, it's fantastic. I've often wondered when keeper are gonna wake up and go, you know what, we could actually charge for this, because I think they'd have I don't know, they'd have probably 1,000 UK sellers pay for it. They'd probably have 10,000 US sellers pay for it. Do you know what I mean? They'd have a nice little recurring income from it, but. Let's not say that too loudly, because we don't want to lose the best tool. Okay, so as you went into Q4, then did things go mad or what? How did you find Q4?
Yeah, I mean, Cameron will know a little bit about this. We had a pretty shaky Q4, and it was our first Q4 as well. Things really started to ramp up for us about October, November was when we really started to. And bearing in mind at this time, we didn't have a prep center because we didn't trust any prep center. So it was all our own work. We were doing all our own prepping. We didn't have a deal sheet. It was all our own sourcing. But I think it was only about November when we started the bookable VA. I think so.
Yeah.
And it was really starting to ramp up. And I mean, I remember a very unique situation of the partner, Richard, going to Tesco's and literally getting about 30 odd toys. And the woman was like, we've never had someone order this much stuff. That's very weird. And he's like, yeah.
And what did he say? What reason did he give?
We have 15 cousins and nephews and nieces. And
Is that what he said?
Well, I don't know if you remember, we had with Toys R Us before they shot themselves in the foot and were retards, if you pardon my language. Right. They refused to sell to us, and like a load of us, they just kept blocking it. Like, no. And it's like, oh, they probably might still be in business now if they weren't so stupid. Anyway.
It makes you wonder.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? But no, I remember calling up their... They apparently had a team which was checking people to make sure that we weren't reselling it, because we wouldn't do that. That's horrible. And I blagged. I said, yeah, I've got six brothers and sisters, and my partner's got 6 brothers and sisters, and we're buying that many because and a lot of them, we need to make sure we're getting all the same presents. And in the end, I went, oh, fair enough then, and let it through.
Nuts, isn't it? I remember going into Toys R Us and speaking to the manager in there, which has now gone bang. And what did she say to me? She said, I asked her why they didn't allow resellers or something. And she says, because you're stealing our profit. And I said, hang on. No, I'm going to pay you the price you want for your product.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm just if I'm lucky and I can sell it for more, then I get my profit. But you get your profit up front, But I end up a really good customer. And she just sat there, and you could see her cogs turning, and it was like she'd never seen it from that point of view before. And she went, oh, yeah. Clearly she'd been in some meeting or seen something, do not allow resellers, they are evil. But when I actually made a very logical argument, as in you've made your profit. You could literally see her mind change, and she thought, yeah, you know what, cool. And she actually said she's moving stores, which now I guess she'll be out of a job now, but she's moving stores to a Sheffield store. And if I'm in the area, come in and she'll sort me out with loads of stuff and that. So it's like, I don't know. They did shoot themselves in the foot, I think. It's a shame to see Toys R Us go bang. But let's face it was a very unhealthy company. And I don't know what excuses they're using. But when Smiths...
Brexit was one. Brexit. They blamed Brexit for one of them, which was funny. Yeah.
Brexit is the last thing on earth you can blame for Toys R Us going bang when nothing's changed yet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how's Brexit affected them so far? It's just some nice excuses. But the bottom line is Smiths opened a brand new toy store in our town, and it's huge. It's like huge and well stocked and bright and colourful. And when you go, literally, you go in, like we'll go for some presents. And there'll be a queue of people waiting for when they open the doors on a Sunday or whatever. A queue of people. You go to Toys R Us, now obviously it's gone, but when it was open, tumbleweeds. You know, so it's not Brexit, it's not the economy, it's not taxes or the government. You could argue it's not Amazon, because how can Smiths be so aggressively expanding and doing really well and the stores are busy, but Toys R Us is tumbleweeds, you know, so... We're going to see this more and more. I don't want to be all like, I told you so, but like last year, before the writing was on the wall, I was saying like Toys R Us will go bang in 2018. I actually said it. There's somewhere in the project they actually said that, and it has. And as obvious as it looks now, and obvious as it looks with hindsight, if I remember right, a couple of people like, no, it's been here forever, it won't, or something like that. But it has. But there's more to follow, and I don't like to see the high street dying. But resellers are definitely not the reason it died.
If anything, we're driving the economy in many ways, to be honest, because we're buying, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you think about it, right? Let's say, I don't know how many units you would have bought from Toys R Us in Q4, would you have been allowed to? But maybe you would have bought 100, maybe 200, maybe 500 units, right? Maybe I'd have done the same, 500, 1,000 units. Maybe everybody else listening and watching this would have bought maybe 500, 1,000 units. All of a sudden... you know, and it's not just the people watching this, people that are doing online arbitrage outside of this group and stuff. There's a lot of potential business they turned down. And I just think, for what? So you could close. And people was even getting turned away by Toys R Us on the day it was closing. The manager was turning around and saying to people, oh, no, we don't allow resellers. Mate. You're closing, your job's gone. And I'm not celebrating that at all. No one likes to see jobs go or anything like that. But your job's gone and you're still being a job's worth. If anything, you want to sell them products because that's the whole point. Otherwise, it's going to end up in a massive pile and someone's going to give them £3 for 50 grand's worth. You know what I mean? To one like big trader that's going to take the lot, or some auction house or something. So, I don't know. Short-sightedness, silliness. It's a shame to see it, but the strong survive. And the weak die, I guess, especially in the tough high street economy that we've got at the minute. So Q4, when did you realize that in Q4 it was going to be a proper business then?
Well,
was it at the end of Q4? Did you think it, or did you screw up Q4? Because you said Q4 you had a few problems in Q4, didn't you?
Yeah, so I mean, our sales really started to ramp up sort of late October, mid-November. We hit, I think, I'm guessing, because let's be honest, Amazon aren't always the most open about what's going on. Certainly when it comes to being suspended, as we know, sometimes they act like a child in a playfield and smack because they want to. But I think we hit the disbursement limit. And then we got verified. And then we had to go through the whole process of that. That was 2 weeks where we had a very large amount of money just sat there. And I'm not talking small amount of money. I'm talking a good couple of thousand that we just could not touch. They wouldn't let us have it.
Wrong time to do it to you as well.
Yeah, because instead of being able to I think our purchase orders in December was barely £300, or because we just didn't have the capital because it was all sat there. I mean, Karen was incredibly supportive during that time because it was
difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got through it and you're still at it and you've learned a lot and you're going to hit this Q4 like ready this time and raring to go and stuff. Right. So biggest lesson learned in a good way and in a bad way then? What couple of your biggest tips would you say, or your biggest one thing that you've learned from this that's either a bad or a good thing?
I mean, it's a bit difficult to teach, but it's all about perception and all about, it is the mindset.
Yeah.
And it is realizing that if you put the work in and the time, you can do anything.
Yeah.
And I like that mindset because I get that from you. I mean, for my own self, because I'm a coach, I'm a life coach, and I understand it. But it's understanding that if you want to make a change, if you want to get down this route, stick to your guns. And as you've always said, don't look at the short term. I mean, someone asked a question earlier, I believe, Dimitri asked about how much, from the initial capital, how are we now with the amount of money? I mean, it's a very difficult situation like in any business. All the money that we've had come out of Amazon, we've pretty much just funneled back into it.
Which is the correct thing to do.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I don't want to share too much information about how much we spent on stock, but it's a lot more than the 1,500 now.
So is that more money you've injected into your business, or is that organic growth of your funds? So is that 1,500 that's come out, gone back in, come out? Do you know what I mean? Have you decided to go more deeper in?
It's a mix of both. It's sort of a mix of both of just putting a little bit more money in. If we've got a bit more money, just buy. And it's one of those things that there's times when you see a deal and you know it's the right deal and you can feel it, because you've got to trust your intuition with a deal. And it's one of those things that you've got to try and analyze the data as much as possible, because as we've said, Keeper, the data is what is going to tell you how often it's selling, the drops, how often those drops are going down. Bear in mind as well, those drops on the Keeper are not always sales. Not always. And it's that sort of mysterious, they often are, but sometimes they aren't. That's Rich, sorry.
He's got his 5 minutes of fame or 5 seconds of fame there.
Yeah. But, and you've got to, as you said, you've got to take yourself away from the product. To give you share about one of the items we're selling, it's a feminine hygiene product. Right. I'm not going to say any more. And I used to work at Argos. Before I gave it up and have focused on the businesses. But I went for a business meal, for a work meal, and they asked me about the business, and I said about the thing I was selling, and they got really funny with me because they're like, "Why are you selling that? That's a bit wrong with you. Why are you selling that?" And I was like, "I don't give a shit what it is." I said, if I'm getting profit out of it, why? I don't give a. And they were like, "Yeah, but Dave, it's that. You can't. That's a bit weird, isn't it?" I went, I don't give a shit.
Why is that weird? Why would that be weird? At the end of the day, if there's a problem that needs solving, why should someone not solve it? It's not weird, but I see what you're saying.
But you said this before, though, that you don't like to say to people now, "Oh, I sell on Amazon." You say, "I'm an internet marketeer," because people like to be nosy, and they all go, "How'd that work?" And then they start really wanting to know how it all works. It's like, it's not that simple.
No, I just remember back in the day, like people ask you what you do for a living, and if you said something like, "I sell stuff on the internet," they'd be like, "Well, what stuff?" And then you'd end up in a massive conversation that you didn't really want to have, or if you just said internet marketer, they're like, "All right," do you know what I mean? It like shuts it down. And it's all right sometimes to have a conversation. But, when it's just someone being nebby nosy, especially when you've just bought a nice brand new car and they're like, "Oh, yeah, what do you sell then?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, you just want to know what I'm doing." So you can do you know what I mean? And at the time, I wasn't so transparent as I am now. I kept myself because my best friend at the time screwed me over. So I kind of didn't want to tell anyone what I did anymore. I just thought, I'm not helping anyone. Till a year and a half ago or whatever, we started Secret Wealth Project, and everything's changed.
Yeah.
I'm going to chuck some questions up into the room. Have you got anything you want to ask him, Karen, or talk to him about or anything?
I can't hear Karen now.
She's not saying anything either. Are you saying? I don't know. Talking. Yes, she's talking. Oh, hang on, Karen. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see.
No.
Not working. Let's try putting her back in. I'm going to add her again. Let's see if that works. Try now, Karen. No, is your microphone? Has your microphone slipped out or? No, we can't hear you.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Can't hear you at all. I see your face. Try and sort it, Karen. Try and sort it. Right, let's chuck some stuff on screen. Right, so let's see what we've got. Right, I'm just looking through the questions. So Dimitri asked you a question that you kind of answered already. Okay, Mark O'Donnell says, I feel big stores don't appreciate their customers. They underestimate their customers and expect them to keep coming back with no innovation, and they go bang. Yeah, absolutely. I think Tesco were guilty of this years ago, and I think they've only realised as they've started going downhill that they've got to do something about it. I'm not sure what they're going to do.
They're stuck in their old ways. That's what it is. They're stuck in the old mindset and haven't adjusted to online selling.
Yeah, the dinosaurs. Rob says, sorry I'm late, been ripping another video. Oh, nice one. He's doing videos. Yogesh says, I've heard various stories about people getting blocked from various stores. Any suggestions to safeguard this? It's only the usual stores that you tend to get blocked from. Toys R Us, which don't matter anymore. Argos stopped us from buying from them. Boots have never been friendly to us buying from them. Is there any that you can think of, David?
The only ones we had huge issues with were Toys R Us and Boots. Argos, we've had some issues, but not. It might have been a bug. You never know. Their website's quite buggy sometimes. Trust me, because I used to work for them as well in store.
Yeah,
I know. And yes, the stock does often get thrown around. I'm not going to lie to you. People are the staff on this street.
The box is terrible.
Yeah, I can tell you now, it's because the staff are so poorly treated. Some stores it's all right, but some, it's not great wages. The team leaders, for example, they get paid, I think, 60p more than normal staff per hour.
Right. I'm guessing you were a team leader, was you?
No, I was a normal bod. But I was just
laughing, thinking 60p more to get beasted by the manager. No thanks.
No, yeah, exactly. So, but no, Argos, no one's about it. It was mainly Boots and Toys R Us. Boots was random. That 1 minute they'd let something through, the next not, and you'll notice that a lot of sites have things set in place. Like Smythe's, I'm quite certain they often limit you to 3 per order. They won't let you order more than 3. Yeah. But most sites quite good, and I suppose it depends on the business, on the people, because at the end of the day, as you said, we're still buying from them. If they're selling something at 20 quid and they're going, oh, we don't want to sell it to you because it's good, you can resell it. Well, surely you must be making some form of profit out of it, or else why the fuck are you selling it?
Yeah, what most people say is they just say, oh yeah, but they're lost leaders and there's no profit in them and blah blah blah. Well, then put some profit in them. Stop messing around. Do you know what I mean? I get it. Put a lost leader on one item maybe. But if all your stores lost leaders, well, where are you making your profit? I don't believe it. I think there is profit in it. I think they like exclusivity of the stuff they're selling. I think they just don't like the idea of resellers, or maybe it's the returns they get from resellers. But whatever it is, I'm sure they could work with resellers as opposed to against them, and I'm sure everyone would be better off. Karen, can we hear you yet, or not working? 2.
I think it might be you can only have 2 people talking at once. Yeah.
Really? No. Right, let me try muting you then, David, just see if we can hear Karen. Right, David's muted. Talk, Karen. It's not that. It's not that. Try reconnecting, Karen. I can read her lips. I knew everything she was saying.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. So let me get rid of that. I can't even see that. Everything's going wrong on Be Live today.
Yeah. But a quick thing about the suggestion how to safeguard against it. It's a bit hard to safeguard because if we're using prep centers, they might see it. The best thing I found, which takes a bit of confidence, a bit of assertiveness, is call them up and be not rude. Don't be rude, but be, this is what I want. Why is this happening? I want this solution. And most people will very quickly go, whoa, and they'll actually, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So strong frame them. Go on then, Karen, try and talk.
Am I here now?
Yay!
Yay!
Yes. Woo! It's nothing to do with a 3 thing, like talk. Both of you, everyone talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Fine. Yeah, all good. Right, wicked. Nice to have you back. Okay. So Graham says, I work for Tesco as a home delivery driver. Do you think it would be very naughty to use my discount card to buy products? We do get a limit, so I can't see it being a problem.
I can talk about this from a very... Because about a year and a half ago, Argos got bought out by Sainsbury's. So I would have my Argos discount card and my Sainsbury's discount card. And I never use my discount card to buy products to sell on Amazon. Never. I would never do that. That's absolutely wrong. I did it.
Of course you did.
Of course you did. You have to be careful, though. Don't get caught out because most companies, if you use a discount card for something like that and you get caught, it is probably going to be gross misconduct and you will lose your job. So you have to balance it out, whether it's reasonable or sensible for you to do it. Yeah. And if you're going to buy 30, kettles or whatever, they're going to go, something's not right here, you know.
So my gut feeling is I would probably, knowing that, I would probably limit it to like maybe 1 or 2 units.
Yeah.
But which kind of makes it a bit rubbish unless you're buying big things or something. Because like if you can't buy like 5 units or 10 units with your discount card, then to a certain extent it takes away some of the benefit of it. But I suppose it's rolling the dice as to whether you want to be sacked or not, I guess. Which nobody wants. So okay, cool. Right. So did you have anything to say, Karen, before we whatever?
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm loving it. It's super interesting. I love having somebody else here as well. It's great.
Okay, right. So has anyone got any questions for David or Karen if you want? Put them in the thing and I'll ask them. We can ask them stuff while they're here. And if anybody else would like to join and do what David's done, which is, I know it takes some guts, but it's not been too scary, has it, David?
No, you've been very gentle with me.
Very, very gentle. I'm always gentle with people. So. But yeah, we'll be gentle with you. If anyone else wants to join, let us know. And we might add somebody else because it's interesting to hear people's different ways and means and thoughts and stuff. Right, let me see what else we got.
I mean, the biggest tip I'll give anyone is focus on the keeper, learn the keeper, understand it, understand how it works, understand that about the new. I think you mentioned the fact that when it says new price for the last 90 days, that price is before postage. Bear that in mind, yeah? Also, do the research. Look at how much the price has gone before. If it's currently going for 50 quid, but actually it would normally really only go for 30 quid, it wouldn't touch that because it's not going to be a reliable price. You might get lucky. Yeah, I've sold one item and it sold 50 quid because some stupid person's bought it. Okay, but you can't rely on that as a business perspective.
Yeah, so really on the keeper, if the only reason the arbitrage deal's there is because it's spiked and there's a price spike, you don't want to be buying. It's like the equivalent of buying when the market's high in stocks and shares or Bitcoin or something. You don't want to be buying then and then it kind of comes down and you have to sell at a loss or whatever. You want to do it the other way around. So you don't want a spike. You don't want the spike to the arbitrage opportunity. You want a trough, if anything. So when it's down, if there's still an arbitrage opportunity there, that's when you do the buy. You don't buy it when it's up there. That's silly. So that's what you basically just said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So what's the biggest mistake you've made, would you say?
There's been a couple. One of the mistakes that we made, there was a game we bought, which it was going quite well, going quite quick, and we spent the day running around buying a load, and then the next day we got suspended because of the verification, and after 2 weeks, the price that it was selling at went blah, 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 blah. And we've still got it, and it's now being sold on Amazon cheaper than we originally bought it.
Sucks, doesn't it?
That's life, and it can't, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. So that's it, really. And have you got anything to ask David, Karen, or shall I let David go do whatever he wants to do, or return back to the audience and stuff to take the pressure off him? See if anyone.
I don't have anything extra to ask, David. It was lovely having you here, David.
It was lovely. Thanks for joining us and sharing your story and stuff. You got anything else to add before you go, David?
Apart from that, me and Rich actually finally committed to your live event this morning.
I noticed. Yeah. So you guys are you booked your spaces for the 30th of April, so you'll be joining us on the Information Product Live event.
Yeah.
I think that will be one of the smartest moves you've made. I genuinely do. I realise the situation you're in and stuff. You've got money invested in stock and all that, but I think it'll be a smart move, especially with you saying you do this life coaching thing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of info products, I'm sure, that could come out of that or that could help build that. Do you know what I mean? So exciting. So I look forward to seeing you on the 30th, David. Thanks for taking the leap and joining us on this live. I'll let you go now. And if anybody else wants to join us, by all means, drop a comment down and come and say hi, and we'll go gentle on you as well. But yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much, David. See ya.
Oh, that's fun.
That was fun. Bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we've still got about 44. Well, it says 44 people still in here, which is kind of cool for a random Monday afternoon about online arbitrage, which was only arranged an hour or two ago. So wicked. So if anybody else wants to jump on and we chat about your journey, chat about whatever you want to chat about, talk about robots if you want, then by all means do jump on or let me know and I'll send you a link and you can come say hi. This stretches you guys. If we've got any of the secret info product coaching group in here, you guys should, especially if you do online arbitrage, you should definitely be jumping on this. Get on this. Take that step out of that comfort zone. This will stretch you as a human being. You'll actually quite enjoy it as well, even though it's scary at first. But if you want to join us, by all means do. Right, so Carolyn says, when are you launching the new Chrome extension? Why are you laughing?
Because you and I always argue about this.
Yeah, what? Because I'm realistic and you're not.
Well, it's going to be going beta testing in the next day or so. I was hoping to do that this weekend, but there was one last tweak that we added that is really, really worth waiting for because it's really good. And it's just taken the developers a little bit longer to do that because I think I'm what they might call a bit of a demanding client. I wanted it to work in a certain way. And so they're having to reprogram some stuff to make it work the way we want it to work. So there's been a slight delay, but I think it's worth it. And I think then it'll go out for beta testing the next day or so. And then maybe 2 weeks?
You were saying 2 weeks 2 weeks ago.
No, I wasn't.
Yes,
oh, yeah, maybe I wasn't.
I was right. Yes. I tell you what, though.
End of April. It's definitely middle of April.
We are a nightmare. Not just you. We are a nightmare. You're
what?
Right. Let me tell you guys what changes I've suggested to Karen to have them make, right? This is how crazily kind of, I don't want to say the word anal, but how anal I've been about it myself. The tooltip thing that you hover over to be able to tell what some feature does, so it describes the feature. I said to Karen, I think that'd be better if that was a lighter grey. And she told him, and he went away and he made it a lighter grey. That's just one of them. I'll come to her with things like that. That should be capitalized. You know that L where it says login? That needs to be a capital L. In fact, I don't know if that's changed yet, actually. But like, that's the kind of changes I've been making. Like, hard to use software winds me up. Unintuitive software winds me up. So, I mean, here's another change, right? There's certain figures that show up in this extension, and one of the figures felt like it should be there in the list and not there. So I'm like, yeah, that should be there instead of there. And Karen is literally going to the developers and telling them, oh, can you just reorder this? And can you make this tooltip icon lighter gray? And can you capitalize this letter? Do you know what I mean? That's how crazy I am. But rather you than me asking the developers, because I'd just feel so terrible like saying stuff like that to them. Do you not feel guilty?
No, because we're lovely and we're polite and we're nice clients to work with and we're not unreasonable. And I think we're lovely. I think we're demanding because we want what we want and we want it to work right. But I think we're lovely clients to work with. I think we're nice and we're polite, we're friendly, we're available. We do everything we should do as a client, I think. So I think they're all right. They're happy.
So what date are you saying for general release?
Well, it's 14 days in 2 weeks. We're already on the 2nd, so that's the 16th. Give me an extra 2 days, 18th, and give me an extra 2 days just in case, 20th.
Okay, no, I think you're being quite realistic there. I think that's realistic, guys. But I'm going to push that back 1 week and say, I'm going to say the 28th. There you go.
No, it can't be that late.
Why?
No, because I need it. I need it not only to release it to the clients, but I want every bookable VA to be using that.
Yeah.
I need it because it's going to make a massive difference to their sourcing. I need it.
Yeah.
Can't wait that long.
Absolutely right. So that's that answered. Graham says, what about sex sold then, Graham, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but it was an April's Fool. It was an April's Fool joke. Now, if you're not from the UK or maybe wherever you are from, they don't do April Fools. I mean, I don't think many people do April Fools nowadays over here either, but just until midday on the 1st of April, you're allowed to pull people's chains. You're allowed to say something a bit naughty or, just trick people in good jest usually, and it's seen as April Fools. So that's all it was. I am not. I mean, I like to think that anybody, well, most people, if they actually read the thing again, would go, actually, I could see that was just a joke because, it's just kind of ridiculous. But I do my best to kind of hold it together in the comments and stuff, but it was just an April Fool's. The last April Fool's we did in the Secret Wealth Project was I was going to open a prep centre. I think it was in a shed at the end of my garden, and I was getting a bunch of Filipinos to live in the shed, and I was going to lock the shed door or something and make them prep or something like that. Can you remember it, Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
I think some people believe that too. And when I was in the nightclub game, I said to everybody, I'm going to get a flume, I'm going to have a flume from the top floor that's going to go into an outside swimming pool. Now, if you know anything about the town my nightclub's in, it's like there's no flumes, no swimming pools. You wouldn't dare to do something like that. Do you know what I mean? But people believe that too. Right. Tony says, well done, David. Absolutely, David. Well done. Thanks for joining us. Enjoyed meeting you. And I look forward to meeting you on the 30th as well. It'd be cool. Jim's happy to come on and say hi for 10 minutes or so. I just saw that. So I don't know if that's us screwed because you said that like 6 minutes ago. Let us know if you still want to. David says, Karen Summer taking charge.
Quite right, too.
As was women in general, innit? They all kind of, I know who my boss man is. Yeah, so Jim says, if anybody else wants to jump on, they can. But no, Jim, if you're here and you want to, buddy, let's do it. Graham says, while I'm waiting for Jim to respond, Graham says, Matt, do you still recommend FBA Wizard and Tactical Arbitrage? It's a tough one. Yes and yeah, I do. and at the same time, no, I don't. So let me explain. They're all good at their own things. So I've been testing some new software lately, and that's quite good. Tactical arbitrage is really good, especially if you're in the US. I think tactical arbitrage is really good. I know Alex has been promising to add VAT features and stuff for a while, and I know his intention was to, but I think, I don't know, life got him sidetracked or whatever. He's not done it yet, as far as I'm aware. So tactical arbitrage, I like Alex, and it's rock solid software. I still think it's a little bit difficult to use. I think there's a learning curve on it. FBA Wizard, people have been moaning recently about matching. Have you heard that, Karen?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think that's been quite a problem with mismatches, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've been moaning about customer service being little bit relaxed, should I say. Yeah. So we get a few rumblings out of the Wizard camp that aren't ultra positive. I don't know if Sean's just lost interest and moved on or what, but I mean, it's still good software. It still works. It's just maybe not as good as it was. Tactical arbitrage, again, Alex is still on it, still developing it, still on that. This new one that I've been testing or in the process of testing is pretty good. I'll tell you more about that soon, probably. But you know what? When all's said and done, the difference is, do you want to source yourself or do you want somebody else to source for you? And that's the main difference. I think before Bookable VA, and I know that's Karen's service, and I know I would say this, but before Bookable VA, you had to choose between the software because they were the best options. But since Bookable VA, you've definitely got a solid, I would say, preferred option because it's somebody else doing it for you. So it's a little bit more outsourced. So I prefer that. But if you must source yourself, then yeah, the software still kind of works and stuff. You just got to be willing to invest the time and effort to use it. Do you know what I mean? And again, it depends on which one. Like I say, Wizard, a lot of people seem to be losing a bit, like falling out with Wizard a little bit. But yeah, there's still good pieces of software. You got anything to add to that, Karen?
I don't think so. I think they're kind of different services almost, aren't they? You know, it depends how automated you want your business to be. If you are happy to spend your time sourcing, then sourcing software is going to give you results. But you're going to spend a lot of your time sourcing and a lot of time spent doing that. So it just depends how automated you want it. If you're looking to automate your business as much as possible, then obviously Bookable VA lets you do that. Yeah. And even better soon with the Chrome extension.
But the Chrome extension is not exclusive to Bookable VA. Everybody in online arbitrage is going to want this Chrome extension, okay? It's just that good.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to want this, but if you just happen to be a Bookable VA customer, because obviously Karen is co-developer of this or co-partner, whatever you call it. But because this is 50% Karen's extension, we've built in Bookable VA into or a way for it to work together or in the process of it. Where is that at, Karen? Tell us a little bit more without giving anything away.
Well, I think what we're going to do first is bring out the extension. Bookable VA has some massive changes coming anyway, because I'm not happy with the security on Google Sheets. So we're moving away from that. We're developing our own software for that as well. So that's going to come completely different. There'll be a lot more functionality for the clients in the new software.
Easier
obviously, say that again.
Easier to use?
Easier to use, much more flexible. It's going to be a lot better. And obviously our VAs will be the only VAs using the Chrome extension. So that will make a big difference as well, I think, to not necessarily, it will make a big difference to how much they can get through in a day. Let's phrase it that way. I think it will make a huge difference to how much they can get through in their shift. Whereas they would have been able to do X amount, they're now going to be able to do XXX amount. So therefore they're going to, I think, it's going to make a big difference to how quickly they can find things and deal with things. So I think it'll make a big difference. And then we're going to link the Chrome extension into Bookable VA, into this new software for Bookable VA. And it will all kind of work together as well. But as Matt says, it will work independently, but there'll be some extraordinary features that link it together and I think make it, so much better, so amazing. So I think that project's going to come straight after the Chrome extension. So the Chrome extension will get launched separately as a separate thing to start with, and then we'll be working on the bookable VA stuff, and that will come into it as well. And then obviously we've got the app happening as well. So it'll all happen in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
But it's going to take, the Chrome extension is going to be first on the 18th of April, no, 20th of April. I gave myself till. So the Chrome extension will be sometime before the 20th of April.
Or, if you believe in Matt's version, sometime before the 28th of 28th of April. Right. So, okay, cool. So
David, linking in with bookable VA will be about a month after that, I think.
Okay, cool. David says we've stopped using FBA Wizard. Graham, he was just saying to Graham Parkin. Right, Jim said he'll jump on with us. So let's welcome Jim. You talk for a second, Karen. I'm going to just drop Jim a link. Okay,
let me carry on going through these questions that you were doing. Agneska, I think. Can you choose deals for specific categories, e.g. beauty from BVA? Well, each deal sheet has a range of categories so that it suits everybody who's on that list, but you can pick out the ones that are in beauty. We don't specifically have a beauty list at the moment, but that's definitely something that we can think about. It's been mentioned before, so part of these changes, that's something we can think about for sure. But all the information you need is already in these sheets, even the basic sheets we've got now. The Google Sheets, all that information is in there anyway.
Right, Jim is actually with us right now, so I'm just going to pop him into the main screen in a second. But before I do that, David says we might try the free trial for tactical arbitrage, but otherwise it's a big expense and time sink. If you do use it, David, then make sure you use the coupon code SWPVIP because you get an extended free trial. Doesn't cost you any extra or anything like that. But you get an extended free trial instead of the shorter one that you get by going direct. SWP VIP, that is. Right. Because his idea is to go automated as possible. But he did mention that he is bookable VA and he's all about bookable VA. Graham Parkin says he's seriously been thinking about bookable VA. David says, do it, bud. Karen service is the way forward. Agreed. No-brainer. And as we go into more deals, there's just going to be more stuff available. So deals are going to get better, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Sorry, go on.
Easter's usually the turning point, isn't it? So Easter, it tends to get much better. And next year, it's Q1, I want to do something a bit different.
Ooh, okay.
But we'll talk about that.
A year from now.
No, we're going to talk about it in about November or December.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to do something special for Q1 next year. I've got some ideas of what we could do to make it special for BVA clients.
Ooh. Hey, Jim's here.
Hello.
Hello, Jim.
How are we all?
You're a bit quiet.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, is that better?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I'll try and speak up then.
Yeah,
that's better.
Right. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Nice one. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
That's all right. No
You've
worries.
kind of shared your journey on here before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have a little bit, yeah. I thought no one else would put their hand up, so I thought I'd see, have a little chat and see if I can answer any questions or give people a bit of an update. Or
yeah, well, let's do that then. So let's do for the people that didn't watch the last live you was on, let's do a 10-second recap. And sorry, I'm putting the pressure on you here, buddy.
That's fine.
10-second recap on your story so far. Are you ready? Do you think you can do it?
In 10 seconds, Go for it.
I wouldn't ask anyone else to do this. This is just Jim because I know he's a man and he can do this. Right, I'm going to be the countdown timer. Go for it, Jim.
Right, okay. So I'm Jim. I joined the Secret Wealth Project back in May. Met Matt on a one-day intensive in summertime. Started online arbitrage about June time. Had a great sort of run up to Q4. I'm now in January, moving a bit more towards wholesale in my online arbitrage business. Great.
Excellent.
That was hard.
That wasn't long enough, was it? No. So, all right, and so that first bit was really cool. So the story so far. Did you have a good Q4?
Yes.
Yeah, made lots of money.
Yeah, made some money. Quit my job in January, so that was brilliant for me. Big milestone, and very, very exciting year coming ahead.
Are you happy so far that you have, or are you regretting it? Are you a bit like, oh no?
I'm very much. I was ecstatic when I left, and I've been on like a month non-stop, just power through, getting stuff done, ideas flowing out of my head constantly. But it's like worry, like, well, I haven't really got much money coming in my bank account every month now. Where's my paycheck gone?
You was on a very well-paid job before as well, weren't you?
Yeah, a very well-paid job. I got paid commission as well on a quarterly basis, so I got quite a big chunk of commission in January, which hopefully is going to see me ahead for the next good few months. I mean, I'm drawing a very small salary out of my business, but it's nowhere near what I was earning before.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I've jumped completely off the edge and I've got nothing there to back me up with.
Yeah.
But
well,
I just.
You know what? You're in control of your own future now, aren't you? You sink or swim based on your own thing. And I tell you what, I'm a big believer in, and I'm not advising anyone does this, because when Karen did the same thing, I was like, oh my God, what you done? But I'm a big believer in burning your bridge behind you sometimes. But you know how they say don't burn your bridges? You know what? Sometimes it's a good idea to burn your bridge. Yeah. When you've had a small sniff of success and you think, hang on, why keep working for that man doing that maybe job you don't really like that much, building their dream, when you could take that leap, burn that bridge and go full steam ahead doing your own thing. And then if you sink, you sink. And if you swim, you swim. But you're in control. Exactly.
I mean, it's not like, I feel like I'd much rather try hard and get towards something then fail than not try ever and never fail. And it's not like I put all my eggs in one basket. I've got a few different things I'm working on this year. Some are sort of very well set up. Some are new projects I'm working on, which I'm sure you know one of them. And it's very much a case. It's very exciting. Going from last year where I was traveling a lot, or if I had to go, I was forced to go to the office on the occasional day, and you're sitting there scrolling through LinkedIn, just sort of trying to pass the time away. Whereas now I'm like, there's not enough time in the day. I've got all these things I want to do, and it's amazing, and time just flies by.
Yeah. Life goes fast. When you're working for someone else, or you're at school or whatever, you're doing something you don't really want to do. Time drags. Yeah. Or, days drag when you're at work. Not for everyone, but a lot of people. When you're in your own business, it's like, where is time going? Just weeks and months and stuff just go so fast. But they do say time flies when you're having fun, don't they? So
yeah,
it's probably a bit of that. But no, it's definitely an exciting journey. I tell you what, Jim. I know obviously what you alluded to a minute ago was you're a secret information product group coaching client. So you're on the group coaching thing for that. How are you finding the course so far?
Absolutely brilliant. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but I know obviously with yourself, Matt, that whatever it was going to be extremely valuable. And it's not just about information products. There's a lot of valuable skills in there that could be applied to certain other aspects of different businesses. I'm using one or two things in there and applying them in a different business sort of thing I've got as well. And I think the knowledge, as well as the sort of having that surrounding of a mentorship group as well, is just brilliant. Because it gives you a little bit more motivation as well, because you're doing weekly modules and it's kind of like you always want to keep up with everyone else and everyone's pushing each other, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
It's an amazing little group, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Really motivated, really kind of positive. Everybody's on the same page, all moving in the same direction, and yeah, really excited. I'll tell you what I'm really excited as well for, Jim. From a cash flow point of view, if you just need more cash flow just to pay the bills kind of thing, even if it's not going to be the thing that makes you a millionaire, the live day that you're coming to on the 30th, your secret information product live event, that, like, I can't stress enough how if you just follow that day, what we're going to teach you on that day, you will get cash flow in place that whereby you won't have to worry about your business. You won't have to worry about your bills anymore. Do you know what I mean? And I know that's a big claim, but you're a smart guy and it's very cash flow focused. I think if you put a lot of time and effort into that just for a while, you'll see massive, massive, massive returns. I genuinely think that. But earnings disclaimer, all that, I can't promise anything.
Yeah, I think that's what, like you say, Matt, cash flow is one thing in business. I mean, since you've quit your job and I haven't got any money coming every month, it's very much you've got the two essentially different business models. You've got something that's very much cash flowing and forecastable, and I've got one or two things that are much bigger whole projects, but that in a year, 2 years time, they will give you a lot of money. And it's those big projects that you can't work on necessarily in like a full-time job, or you need time to do it and build it.
I'm glad you said that then, because that let me know that what I was trying to say did come across the right way. That's exactly what I mean. There is two things. And too many people get stuck in the cash flow, and they never build anything beyond that. And then that cash flow income goes for whatever reason, competition, changes online, this, that, or whatever happens. And all of a sudden that cash flow goes and they've got nothing left. And it's like, there is exactly how you put it. There's got to be two models, like your long-term kind of get rich thing and your kind of pay the bills weekly, monthly, whatever type thing. So yeah. Cool. Nice one. Okay. So give us an update then. Give us some thoughts. Tell me what you want to talk about. Anything.
Okay. So, well, I've been having a pretty manic, last month or two, like I say, just trying to get things down on paper, get plans in place. I've been away all weekend actually in Ireland since Friday. Got back late last night. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, a bit knackering because it was. I think I did about 20 hours of driving over 3 days. Flew into Dublin, went all the way across to Galway, down the west coast, drove all down the south coast, then back up to Dublin for yesterday. Bouncing around, went to the Guinness factory, had a few Guinnesses yesterday.
Feeling it today then?
Yeah, not too bad. It's just my legs ache from doing about a ton of walking. Had a few beers. It was a really good experience.
Go with?
I went with my girlfriend.
Nice. Is that the girlfriend I met?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's still the same one.
How is it not?
No, I don't know. I didn't want to assume, but obviously I met your partner at the Christmas dinner.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Is she joining us on the information product day, or are you leaving her at home?
No, she's going to stay at home. I think she'll be. She keeps on thinking like I'm in a cult because of the fact that I'm always on the phone. Oh, Secret Wealth Project. Oh, Matt's on. It's great. And she's like, "Is this your cult again, Jim?" I'm like, No, it's not a cult. I promise. It's.
That's what you guys think. It is a cult. You just don't know it yet.
I know, because the only time she uses Facebook is usually like looking at dog videos. Oh. She loves dogs, and I'm like, well, I'm using Facebook mainly for business. Yeah. But
consume or create. If you're a consumer of social media, you waste your time. If you're a creator, then you create stuff, you create income, you create value, you create all sorts of stuff. Social media is one of the best things that ever happened. And I hate it. I hate social media. For normal life, I hate social media. But for business, wow. You've basically got the masses and they've all got a device in the palm of their hands, and you can access them on that wherever they are, any time of day, and you can access it because they're on that social media. You advertise them, you can do the organic thing. So I think social media is great, but only on the creator side. On the consumer side, I'm like, ugh, I hate it more than I hate Amazon sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is maybe the way my brain's changed as well, and just thinking like an entrepreneur. But every time people talk about something or complain about something, I say, well, look, why don't you try and do something about it? Create a community around it, or instead of scrolling down, spending an hour a day on dog videos, create a group about dog videos and post it to everyone else. And you're still doing what you love, but then you can build something from there with it.
Yeah. Add value, make some money. Absolutely right. Let's go to the questions. Then, you got anything else you want to add, or shall we go to the chat box?
I'll go to the chat for a bit. Yeah, I mean, I'll give a quick update on where I am with my sort of Amazon business, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Do that.
I've had a bit of a slow January, partially due to still working in full time in January, and I was basically closing off every sale. I was in a sales job, so I was closing off every sale possible in January before I left, and things went a bit on the wayside. Q4 was over, sort of a month to recuperate. The past sort of 2 months have been turning over a lot of stock that didn't sell, getting rid of some toys, just so I can get some cash back. More recently, I've started really getting into more of the wholesale game. So I start off with some smaller ones, started building up a bit of trust and references. I went to the spring fair, and I've got a few price lists I'm working through now, and I've put a fairly decent size order on. The thing with wholesale is you can't just chuck £100 at it. You've got to put a bit more cash in to make yourself a serious buyer. which is good and bad. I mean, you can still carry on buying in the future, but you can't do it with 100 quid.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you say was the capital requirements for the wholesalers you've been talking to take you seriously then?
So, I mean, I'd say about 500 quid might be a decent starting point. Some might say, I think 500 quid is about the minimum people usually say, with shipping encouraged. What I would say, if you want to go a bit lower, look at your local wholesalers and then offer, say, look, if I buy 100 quid, 200 quid, I'll come and pick it up. Because that's what they worry about, is the shipping. So if you offer to just come and pick it up, you'll either get a little bit of a discount or free, you don't have to pay for shipping.
Good tip. Nugget. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I think online wholesalers are probably the reason why most people can't find wholesalers. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're just the ones that when you type in toys wholesale and Zappies comes up, it's like they're the one. Do you know what I mean?
And they're not proper wholesalers, really. No. I mean, the proper wholesalers are the hardest ones to find. But you might only need one. You might only need two of them. And I would suggest maybe to people just starting local, go very local and see what you can find. Maybe even go and see them, speak to them. That's the best way. Yeah,
definitely. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to add?
Just hired another VA. Built my team up. He's basically doing, I'd say now, about 80 to 90% of the work in my Shopify store. So it is still going, the Shopify store. It's been a bit up and down, trying to find the time to focus on it. But I've basically got a strategy in place with him. He's doing marketing, social media posts, most of the work on it. I'm just sort of guiding him to what I want him to do and keeping an eye on him every month. So time's taken off that, but it's still, an income generator.
Yep, cool. So that's cool. Anything else you want to add? Or anything Karen wants to ask Jim or anything like that? I'm going to try and scroll down to the questions. So you guys just do what you need to do and I'll get the questions ready. And then when you guys are done, I'll throw them in there, yeah?
I think Jim's point about the wholesalers is a really good one, because for BVA, we have copied and pasted every wholesaler you can find on Google. We have literally copied and pasted all of them, looking for deals and stuff. And that you're spot on, Jim. That's not where they are. You've got to get out there in your local area and go and make some inquiries and go and talk to some people. The good deals for wholesales are not based on a wholesaler website that you can find through Google. They're just not. They're not where. It's not where it is.
No.
You have to be prepared to put in the footwork.
Yeah, and don't forget about VAT. Because you get their price list, doesn't include the 20% VAT, and you think, oh, great, I've got a brilliant deal. Then you get stung.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I've been taking. I think it was you, Matt, who mentioned about the bottled water thing the other day. I've been trialing bottled water for a week, see if it made any difference.
Right. What, drinking it?
Yeah, a bit random. Yeah, because I drink a ton of water at home, and I know you mentioned about this whole fluoride conspiracy thing going on.
Did you Google it?
Huh?
Did you Google it, the fluoride thing?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I heard about it years and years ago. I never really took much notice, so I thought I'd try bottled water for a week and see if.
I believe it. We don't drink tap water anymore because our tap water's no like fluoridated. But like, here we go. You've got Volvic bottle there that I took to the gym. It was the weakest workout ever in my life. I did 20 minutes cardio and then I bought admission this morning. But here we go. We've got Aldi's bottled water. That's all I drink. I don't drink anything out of the tap anymore. Now, there might be that microplastics in these things, in which case I might be drinking more poison than not. But I know fluoride's not good. Like I've told on it a few times before, my mum could not keep fish alive for more than a couple of months, ever, or a few weeks, ever. She tried everything, testing water kits and cleaning out the tank properly and this, that, and other. The thing that changed it was when I said, why don't you try bottled water, Mum? And she used bottled water and then her fish lived for years. Do you know what I mean? And that's the difference. Fluoride's the killer. So clearly fish don't mind microplastics, but they don't like fluoride. So, yeah. And would you say, have you noticed a difference, Jim?
I think I want to say I have, but I don't know if that's just me thinking it or if it actually has made a difference.
Probably. I don't think it'll make a big difference short term.
No, for long term.
Yeah, maybe long term, maybe. But you might be drinking microplastics. So I don't know.
One thing is, it's nicer to drink like bottled water from the fridge than it is tap water that tastes a bit iffy.
Yeah. I bet you can tell the difference in the taste of the water, can't you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
It's a lot nicer out of a bottle, that's for sure. Like you say, when it's been fridged as well. Yeah. Right.
Got a bit of a tangent then.
Tell me about I like tangents. Agnieszka, who lives near me, says, but I think you've answered this one, haven't you, Karen? Oh, you can't see it.
Question.
Can you choose deals for a specific category, e.g. beauty from BVA?
Yeah, we've covered that.
Yeah, I thought you had. Sorry. You skipped ahead, didn't you?
Yes, because you disappeared. So we got on with it.
Right, okay. Nicholas Humphrey says, so as newbie, is it best to wait a couple of months or invest now? Incidentally, I have a full-time job. I assume he means in stock for online arbitrage. Is that what he means? But if so, I wouldn't wait. If you're going to wait for anything, wait for Q4, but that's forever away, so I wouldn't wait. I'd get stuck in.
Definitely. Think of all the experience you could get between now and then.
Yeah, exactly. And more capital to spend.
Exactly. You can get all your money out and reinvest it a couple of times, 3 times, 4 times before then.
So Gaz Green says, tactical arbitrage is not worthwhile. Used it for some time, and let's just say it just about pays for itself. It just scans far too slowly, and there are too many mismatches. Okay, well, again, everybody's mileage varies. Some people love it, some people don't. I think tactical arbitrage is a good piece of software, but obviously mismatches in any software can be quite frustrating. And some people make a lot of money with it. Others people maybe don't, but I suppose that's more down to other things as sourcing as well. So there's so many variables. But yeah, I mean, you know what? There's no perfect, ideal number one solution for sourcing. There's going to be pluses and minuses to each of them. That's just the bottom line. But yeah, that's it. Would you say that's true, guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I mean,
everyone's going to have their own personal preference, and that's just the way it is. That's life, isn't it?
Some people don't want to do anything other than copy and paste themselves. It's like, I can't do that. I would not do that. I would literally rather quit than do that.
Me too.
But for some people, they're like, that's the only way I source. And if you're the type of person that can copy and paste on websites all day long, then go for it. But I couldn't even be a painter. I couldn't paint a room without wanting to blow my brains out. So I'm definitely not copy and pasting all day, because I think I'd enjoy painting a lot more, and I couldn't do it. Chris Judgin says, thinks he may sign up for Bookable VA later.
Yeah.
Look at Karen's smile. You made Karen smile. No, I don't think you'll regret it, Chris. And you know what? It's like anything. If the software is not doing so well, or if Bookable VA is not doing so well, or whatever, all I would say is try and what? No, let me carry on. You like what I'm going to say? No, listen. If whatever sourcing method is not going so well for you, all I would say is try and do it manually, and then spend a day or two doing it manually, and you'll go, oh, you know what? Actually, they really was doing a good job, because this is blooming hard. Yeah. It's hard, and I've not found any better deals. What I'm trying to say is the deals sometimes aren't there. They're just not there. And you can be using software, you can be using a sourcing service like Bookable VA, you can be using whatever. The deals just aren't there. And there's no creating a deal when it's not there. So we all want there to be constant deals all the time. Yeah, 10 deals a day and they're all going to be perfect. That's not real life. In reality, it's very much this. So if you judge a service or the software when the deals are down here, you are going to say it's rubbish. But if you judge it when it's up here and then it dips down, you're going to say, oh, it's fell off. Like, they can't win to a certain extent. But all I would say is try and do it yourself, and then you'll realise Bookable VA is worth its weight in gold. And so tactical arbitrage. Coupon code SWPVIP. Right. Still live, Jordan says. Yeah, we've been on a while now, haven't we? What is this, 4 or 5 hours now?
It's getting dark.
It's getting dark. It's getting warm. It's summer again.
Now you're lying. Now you're pushing it.
Yeah. David says, whatever way, it's a learning curve. Failure itself is not the thing to be scared of. Staying where you are, unhappy and wanting more, but not doing something about it is what you should be scared of. Why limit yourself when you are the one who can take control of your life? I like it, David. And David and his partner took control of his life early and booked the live event. Woo! So we'll see him on the 30th.
Can't wait for that. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be so amazing. That information is going to be fantastic.
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be amazing. There's no other option.
Will be.
There's no other option. I won't allow any other option. It's going to be a great day. People are going to be able to come to that day and set up the truly passive online incomes that you just leave them. You do it once and it can take a day. Maybe it takes 2 days. Maybe it takes 3 days, but you do it once and then you leave it and you make $100, $200, $300, $500 a month, $1,000. I don't know. And then you just leave it and then you do another. And then you make another $200, $300, $500, $1,000 a month. And then just leave it, do another. And then you make another 100, 200, 300. But then the first two was already making that, and they're making it every month. And then it just steps up like that. Anyway, I won't bang on about that. You guys know how much I think you guys should be at that live event if you can be. Because I think for usable, actionable business models, don't get much better. Right. I've lost my space. I've lost where we was. Feel free to talk, guys, while I try and find it.
I love it when you do that. It's just like, chuck you in the deep end, off you go.
How was your bank holiday weekend, Karen?
It was lovely. Thank you very much, Jim. I've been working on some stuff and a bit of family stuff as well, so it's been really nice. Did you enjoy your trip to Ireland?
I did, yeah, I did. I woke up this morning and realised I have had no Easter eggs all weekend. I think for the first time in the 25 years I've been on this planet, no Easter eggs on a Sunday morning.
Nice. No, it sounds like an amazing adventure. It sounds more like a road trip adventure than a holiday, which is my preference. I love adventuring. I love that.
Yeah, so it was more countryside than city time, and it was like I've never experienced a place like it. We saw one police car in the whole journey in Ireland. The roads were extremely quiet and no speed cameras anywhere. We sort of driving through.
Dangerous?
Was it dangerous?
Did it ever feel dangerous? You were in the middle of nowhere, not knowing anyone or anything.
It felt a bit isolated in places.
Yeah.
Went through these like mountain places where you got really quite high up and big rocks and through a forest. It was like we're in America. I didn't even expect it from somewhere like Ireland. Wow. It was like that photo behind me, actually, a little bit.
You're making me want to go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say go to Galway in the middle of Ireland. Go south and on the west coast. Absolutely stunning.
Nice. Might have to give that a shot. Do you want to know what I did yesterday, guys?
What did you do yesterday?
We went to Laser Quest.
Nice.
First, and I won. And then we went to Pizza Hut and ate. And then we went to the cinema to watch Duck, Duck, Goose and watch the film. And then we drove to a local city a bit later on and went to Handmade Burger Company. So it's like then we went to Wetherspoons and had a drink. We were doing all kinds of bits. But yeah, that was yesterday. Yesterday was nice. It was a good day.
I guess you had everything then.
Not all day, just till 5, yeah. But yeah, it was a lovely day. But Karen, are your VAs in the Philippines? Graham asks if they are. Just wondering how you communicate with them.
Yes, they are. And I am in touch with all of them individually, but we also have managers in the Philippines who help manage the VAs directly.
Cool. Mark says, can it be consumer, educate, or create? I feel like I should be turning off and continue my creating. Yeah, Mark, no, it's okay, right? That's the thing. You're not watching cats fall off sofas and videos, are you? You're at least hanging around like-minded people that are talking about business-related subjects. So I would argue if you're going to consume social media, this is definitely the best kind of social media you can consume. But if this is all you do day and night, then obviously that's bad and you should turn us off and go do some work.
Oh, don't turn us off.
No, don't turn us off. But I'm saying if that's all he does day and night, which I know he doesn't, Mark's he's on it. But if anybody's watching this and that's all they do, then yeah, you definitely want to be turning us off. Go get some work done, you lazy buggers. But that's only if that's all you do. Right. Whoa, what's that? Gaz, thanks for your advice. $147 a month. It's extortionate. What's that?
Tactical arbitrage, I think, isn't it?
It's never gone up to that price.
Wow.
Is it? I've got to check.
What's that?
Dollars, that is. Yeah, probably. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably about dollars.
That feels expensive.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm honest, I dumped my FBA wizard thing about 4 or 5 months ago just because it was £100 a what? I think it was £100 a month. So.
Yeah. Oh no, it says here full suite. Full suite is $147, but I wouldn't go for that one. Probably I'd go for the online arbitrage one, which is $107, which is a little bit more palatable. So I would go for that one. So yeah, I wouldn't go for the full suite. Definitely not, especially in the UK, because library search, I don't know anyone that would really benefit from that. Amazon flips, maybe. Wholesale, you just want the product search, reverse search version if you're going to go with it. But yeah, I didn't realize they'd got them packages. Right. Jasper says, Matt used to make videos about Amazon's free repricer. What has made you go back to using third-party repricers? So Amazon's free repricer is all right if you're starting out or if you've not got much stock or you're taking a close look at everything and you can do some manual adjustments. It's all right to get you started. Like if you've only got a few $100 or a few $100 to start with your online arbitrage business, you don't want to be paying for a repricer that's going to take up 10 or 20% of your budget every month. But I mean, once you get going, once you've got 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 in stock, all of a sudden a paid repricer probably makes more sense because Amazon's free repricer, unfortunately, Amazon are only interested in it going down, whereas so down in price, it's not really interested in it going up. Whereas the paid repricers, they go up as well if you program them right. So that's kind of, hopefully that answers the question. Oh, there we go. Graham says Belfast is a fantastic place to visit.
Nice.
Graham says, Karen, reason why I asked, have you heard of VoIP, which I assume he means voice over IP?
Yeah. I have heard of voice over IP, but I don't think I use it.
Yeah, you just want to kind of chat to them via typing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen says, which repricer do you recommend? The one we use is Repricer Express. A lot of people use BQ. Another one, a big one's Apigal, and I've seen Apigal do some crazy things at getting the buy box off Amazon, but it's too expensive last time I looked at least, and I wouldn't really recommend it. So Repricer Express is the one we're using at the minute. Okay, so that's all the questions. That's all the chat so far. So do you guys want to talk about anything else, or?
Don't think so. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Anything else we need to mention?
I don't know. I suppose we'll let Jim go because he's sat there probably wondering when's it going to end. No. Okay. But no, seriously, thanks for joining us again, Jim, and much appreciated. I know you said 10 minutes, and it's probably been more like 110 minutes.
That's fine. No worries.
But has anyone got any questions for Jim or Karen or me before we go, or before we whatever? David says, do people make sure they are using top cashback? Yeah, they do. Yeah, David's trying to throw out the gold nuggets now. I can tell David enjoyed this live. I can tell, like, you can see he's most of the comments in the thing, and he's like, I can tell he's buzzing off it because these things are kind of cool and fun. So yeah, I suppose if that's it, if that's everybody's thoughts and comments and stuff. Oh no, we've got one or two here. If you do need to go, Jim, by all means, like, we won't feel like it's rude. Do you need to go?
I can stick around here. It's fine.
Okay, all right, no worries. We won't boot you either, but like, I didn't want you to sit there thinking, when's this going to end? The same with you, Karen, though, to be fair. Amanda says, do you think a newbie should learn the process with TA or FBA Wizard before getting bookable VA? No. What about you? What do you guys think?
Well, would you like to go first, Karen? Or
No, I don't think you need to learn the process first. I think knowing the process first will make you appreciate bookable VA more, for sure. But you don't need to do that first, no.
No, the key is sourcing, isn't it? You just need to source deals. If you can source deals the hard way or the easy way, but the deals are the same, well, I'm going to choose the easy way. Do you know what I mean? So,
and the cheaper way.
Yeah, the cheaper way. What's your thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should, if you're starting off and you haven't made a lot of money as well, start off without any software, just to literally copy and paste a few things to learn the process, see what you're analysing, and see how the whole process works. And then, like I say, software and bookable VA helps speed that process up to help your deal flow.
But it's more the analysis side of things. Like if I would say, like people pour all the time into prepping. They pour all the time into like scanning stuff in stores and using software and stuff like that. That stuff for me, prepping should be outsourced if possible. Like your sourcing should be outsourced. The bit you should be spending your time on is deal analysis, because that's going to be where you make or break your money. Look at Karen's smile. Why are you smiling, Karen?
I'm not allowed to say.
Why?
Nothing.
Okay.
I know why.
You know why, Jim? I don't know why.
Secret.
Okay. Right. Yeah, David says you won't learn anything from FBA Wizard and TA that you can't learn from the sheets. That's true. You might be a little bit frustrated by the mismatches and stuff, but I mean, I'm not bashing software. Software is definitely better than copy and pasting for me, but I don't know. Just outsource as much as you can, because, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, be honest. Do you think you're gonna become a multimillionaire, Jim, from online arbitrage alone?
No.
Karen, do you think you're going to become a multimillionaire? Or if I know you're not actively doing online arbitrage at the minute, but do you think you could become a multimillionaire no matter what you did from online arbitrage?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. Never.
And Karen is somebody that offers online arbitrage services and stuff, so that's the most unbiased person ever. If anyone should be saying you can become a millionaire from online arbitrage, it should be Karen, because she's offering services, and or me. And I'd say the same. Nobody's getting rich from online arbitrage, at least in the UK. Nobody's going to get rich. Could you make a good chunk of money, enough to live off, a full-time income from very little work? Yes. But are you going to get rich? Probably not. Probably not. Because it's very hard to scale it past a certain level, because you can't buy enough deals, and then you're sharing deals with other people. So there's only so much volume that can go through the listing, and for loads of different reasons you can't. Where was I going with that?
Probably talk about how information products could make you a millionaire.
Oh, no, I wasn't actually going there. I can't remember what did bring me onto that. But now you mention it. No, but it's true. I wasn't going to mention that. That's not the way I was going, but that is true.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like we spoke about earlier with cash flow and big projects, is you can get your arbitrage business very much automated, which is where I've got it. I mean, I'm probably doing maximum an hour a day on it, maximum. Maybe like an hour every 2 days, and it's bringing a decent cash flow every month, but I'm focusing on bigger and better projects that I know can really ramp up.
Because you are realistic. You are realistic. You've done it long enough to understand the bottlenecks and how they're going to affect your business and the scalability of that business. And you know that to pay the bills, to get nice full-time wage, maybe from a part-time or spare time effort, yeah, absolutely. And soon with that Chrome extension, it's going to get even easier. But like, you know that, but getting rich, you're not going to get rich from online arbitrage, really. You're just not. But could you become a millionaire from another business model whilst letting online arbitrage be a cash flow business? Yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. Yeah. But you've got to understand the scalability and the bottlenecks in these things, and it's only from doing it that you realize, actually, this can't scale past a certain level. That's just the truth of it. But it's still a great beginner-friendly business that can cash flow you, and definitely something you should leverage. Here we go. We've got one for you, Jim.
Okay.
So, Jim, do you attend lots of trade shows for wholesale? Personally, I've been calling the brand and asking to set up an account. They often refer to me to their distributors. I should probably attend more shows. So do you attend a lot of trade shows, he says?
If I'm honest, I haven't really for Amazon. I used to do it a lot in my previous job roles and stuff. But I went to the autumn fair at the NEC, which is the big main one. I went to the spring fair, which again is even bigger than the autumn fair. I didn't get even around half the stuff because it was absolutely huge. There are other more niche specific places, but it's very much identifying that kind of level. You know, what do you maybe want to focus on? Do you want to go after some beauty wholesalers, or do you want to go sort of after some toy wholesalers, and then just go and speak to them and say, look, maybe you got to be a bit careful on wording. You know, saying, oh, I sell on Amazon, can I buy some product off you? You might have to say, create just a basic website, just to say, this is my business, this is who I am. You know, I run a online business or something along those lines. But, you know, if you're looking to get into that game, you've got obviously, like you say, the brand distribution level, then wholesale, then retail. So some people work directly with distributors if you've got enough capital to buy on that level. And some people just work with the wholesalers.
So, Jim, I've got a question to extend from that. Great answer, by the way. But have you got any experience with the next one down from the manufacturer? Then the person, have you got experience being that guy or
with distributors? So, I'm actually in negotiations with someone at the minute to see. I saw them at the show, and they're a US-based company.
Yeah,
and they don't have any sort of distribution network in the UK yet. So I'm looking to see if I can launch some of their products for them on Amazon and get the exclusive distributor rights for it, which will be amazing. I'm not counting the chickens on it, but it's very much I used to work in sales and I used to do a little bit of purchasing as well. So I can understand how the whole thing works, and I can try and sell myself a little bit and say, look, this is what I do. I can get you on Amazon and try and create you a sales funnel or a sales platform, and sales channel in the UK for you and see where we go with it. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it could well do. I
wonder what the margins are like. You know, at that level, you know, like just being one step down. You know how like wholesalers in the UK, sometimes the margins can be pathetically small. Like there's 30 pence in it, but like I wonder what the margins are like at that next jump up.
A lot better, I reckon. I mean, the way I see it is you've got their manufacturing cost and then maybe a little bit of a bump from their margin, but your sales price might be double what they're selling it to for you. Yeah. If you're looking at Amazon, for example, so you might buy it for, I don't know, £7 and sell it on Amazon for 15, 16 quid. So after your fees and stuff, you might make £3-4 quid, but it's a better margin you get from a typical wholesaler where you buy 10 products off them.
Because it'd be cool if we could. I mean, I don't want to take on this project, but it'd be cool if we could like create some collective kind of fund that was able to do deals at that level, and then do you know what I mean? Share the love or something. But I mean, that's something I've no interest in bogging myself down with the details of that. But maybe someone else wants to.
Yeah, that's the thing with distribution. You can't. If you're going to be a distributor, you've got to commit to buying 500 units off from 1,000 units and. Like it goes back to capital as well. If you've got the buying power to do it, great. But if you haven't, then like say if you can buddy up with a few people and spread the cost.
Yeah. Cool. Graham says, I gave you a £5 yesterday, Matt. Open a new account in Top Cashback. I didn't get your £5, Graham. You've got to do a certain amount of volume through it first before I'll get my £5, but I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Good old Top Cashback. Right, Jasper says, I reckon the biggest part about OA is to be creative about where you look for deals. Sourcing software just makes everything easier and faster. People out there using sourcing software or manual sourcing, try visiting stores you've never heard of instead of the standard Toys R Us, Walmart, Targets type stores. Agreed. If you're going to do manual sourcing, you definitely do not want to be doing it on the sites that are covered by the software. In my opinion, you might find the odd deal. But I would definitely be doing it in the weird and wonderful random sites. David says, we have never bought everything from a deal sheet. What's wrong?
Nothing.
What just happened?
Katie just barked.
Oh, I thought it was you.
Thanks.
Not barking. I just said it's funny. David says, we've never bought everything from a deal sheet. As Karen says, you need to do your own due diligence, trust your gut and instinct, and do the analysis. Yeah, absolutely. It just because a couple VA deal sheet has 10 deals on it, you'd be a maniac to buy all 10. You might buy 1, 2, 3, but if you're buying all of them, then you've not got a level of knowledge in the game enough to make money at this yet. So, but it's the same with every sourcing method. You don't want to be buying everything that Wizard or Tactical Arbitrage or whatever throws at you either. You don't want to be buying everything of anything. Do your due diligence. It's only by being selective that you can make any money at it. Simon says, good afternoon. Graham says, is the FBA the way to go, Matt? Good afternoon, Simon, by the way. I won't be ignorant there. Is the FBA the way to go, Matt? Yeah, over merchant fulfilled, I would say so, yeah, definitely. Right, that's all the questions. That's all the live chat stuff. We've still got over 40 viewers, which is cool. So you guys got anything else you want to say? Because I'm going to wrap this up shortly because it's got really, really long. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long one. And we've got stuff to do. I'm sure you guys got stuff you've got to do and stuff. Got anything else you want to say, guys?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Are you going to take a bet, Jim? When this Chrome extension is going to be out? What would you say?
20th.
Or I'm saying 28th.
When is the 20th? Is it like a Saturday?
I don't even know what day of the week the 20th is.
It's Friday. I reckon it'll be on the 23rd.
I reckon you're probably right.
What day is that?
The Monday. We'd do it on a Monday or a Tuesday, wouldn't we? Probably. Maybe a Wednesday. We're not going to do it on a Friday.
Yeah, our gold nugget alert for anyone interested. Yeah, you don't want to be launching things on a Monday or a Friday or a Sunday. No. You want to be launching things. I tell you what, in my testing, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my favourite days to be launching. Wednesday's my ultimate, which is why you'll always hear me go, oh, we've got a webinar on Wednesday if I'm going to launch something. It's because Wednesday's the day. Monday, nah. Friday, nah. Everyone's thinking about the weekend, aren't they?
Yeah.
So a lot of people say Thursdays, though. Thursday's meant to be good as well. So Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, ultimate. But yeah, that weren't the question. So what I'm saying is, Jim, who do you believe, me or Karen?
Well, it's going to be in the middle, isn't it? Because it's not going to be the week before. And it's not going to be the 28th either, because that's also a Friday or a Monday or a Sunday or something. So it's going to be in the middle, isn't it? It's going to be like the 23rd or 24th or something, isn't it?
I think we're both going to be wrong.
I think we're both going to be wrong because it's going to be right in the middle, which would be a nice compromise. Then we're both to be right.
I don't need to be right. I'd rather you be right, to be fair. I would much rather you be right.
Yeah, me too.
Huh?
Me too. I want to launch it today.
I know you do. But it ain't ready. It ain't ready.
That's one of the things. It'll be out when it's ready.
Yeah, that's the truth of it all. 2 hours or so. Is that how long we've been on?
Nearly.
Wow. Wow, I do enjoy these things. Right. Okay, so that's it then, guys. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Who's been here the whole 2 hours? Let me know in the comments. Who's been here the whole 2 hours? Who's been here? I don't know if it's delayed. I think it comes up on Facebook before it comes up in Be Live. But I've got the Be Live thing up. Is no one commenting? They've all turned up. They're all out.
Admittedly, I got in half an hour late, so I haven't been on the whole time.
Graham Parkin's been here the whole time. Erica's been here the whole time. Nicholas has been here the whole time. David has. Okay.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, you have, yeah. And I have too, surprisingly. In fact, a lot of people have. Justin has. Michelle has. Agnes, says 24th her wedding anniversary would be a great present. Yeah. Richard's been here. Oh, there's been a lot of people here the whole time. Oh, that's cool. Nice one. Well, that's it then, guys. Thanks ever so much to Jim for joining us, to David for joining us, and to Karen for joining us.
Bye.
And thanks for everybody that's joined us, either popped in and said hello or been here the whole time. We appreciate you massively. Thanks for watching. I hope you've got some value out of it. I hope you've enjoyed it somewhat. Is there any gold nuggets we could throw out there for the people that stayed right until the last minute? It's hard, isn't it? Because most of my online arbitrage nuggets are out there in the wild. Let me think. Come on, guys. Let's give them some real value for the ones that have stayed this long.
I know. The pressure's on. What can I say?
I feel like I've said everything there is to say about online arbitrage. Everything I know, anyway. At some point or other, it's all been covered.
Make sure you don't pound underprice. Make sure you're paying attention to your pricing, because I've seen people recently pound underprice, which is just crazy because you're giving money away. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. Don't do it.
That is great, Karen. That is great. Absolutely. Now, I don't want to be accused of... Huh?
Match the buy box.
Yeah. Now, I don't want anyone accusing any of us of price fixing or anything like that. But just from a strategic point of view, and obviously I don't know what products you guys sell. I don't know what you're actually selling. But so I don't think this can be considered price fixing. But if it was me and my business, I wouldn't think it was a smart move to see a product that was selling for £20 and go, well, I can sell it at 16. That's not how Amazon works. I would say, oh, well, I will sell it at £20 then. Or I will sell it, even if I wanted to be like a bit undercutty, I would go $19.99. If you're going to do anything, and I'm not saying penny under reprice either, because that sucks because it just leads to a race to the bottom. But if you're going to do anything, 1 penny will do it on Amazon. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get most of the buy box action by being a penny cheaper. So don't go £5 cheaper. It's crazy. That's what you were saying, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah, definitely. And for you new guys to online arbitrage, you are far better to price your product at £20 if it's around that area than you are just under £20, because anyone that doesn't have Prime gets free shipping at £20.
Golden nugget right there. Definitely. Golden nugget. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. So David says he agrees with Karen Summer so damn much. Brilliant, guys. Love this informal format, Nicholas says. David says, you're welcome. It was fun. Okay, so have you got anything then, Jim? I'm dry. I've got nothing.
Yeah, well, I suppose a little tip for people is maybe on like a monthly basis, have a look through what you've actually sold. And if you've run out of stock, it might be worth having a quick check to see if any of those deals are still around as replenishable items. Not so much maybe on toys or the typical Argoses of the world, but for some of these slightly niche stores, you can usually buy the same thing over again.
Cool, love it. Nice one. Oh, now I've got to give them something. It might not be online arbitrage related, but I'm going to let my brain just do a dump, and we'll see what comes out. Right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, guys. You've got to diversify your income. Things change online now. Online arbitrage beautifully is one business model that hasn't really changed that much. Amazon changes all the time, but it changes with things like gating. It changes with things like just like that kind of stuff. But don't put off what you can do today till tomorrow with regards to Amazon, because you get gated. Things get gated and stuff, or things get harder to do the longer you leave them. So the sooner you can enable things on your account, the better. I felt like I was going to flow then, and I lost it. Oh well, no flow from me. That's it. That's all you get. Do things sooner rather than later, guys. The sooner you can get them gated and stuff, the better. But yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because you never know when Amazon might suspend your account. We've seen a lot of suspensions lately, and it's not nice. It's a stressful time, especially if you're relying on it to put food on your table. Stack some cash as soon as you can. Try and people talk about a 6-month buffer. That's a wise move to work towards a 6-month buffer if you've got nothing like savings, just liquid cash in the bank or whatever, 6 months, just in case you hit on hard times. But I don't think that's enough. I think 3 years is much better. If you can work, and I know that's a lot of money, and you should definitely invest some of that money on the way there rather than just save it, because saving's for losers, investing's for winners. So you should definitely invest it on the way, but make sure it's in safe investments that you can liquidate pretty quick. But yeah, you want a 3-year buffer, not a 6-month one, in my opinion. And that should be a goal of self-employed people that have got no other forms of income to keep them out of a job. I know that's not easy and straightforward and quick, but it should definitely be something you aim for. That's it. That's all I got. It's not really OA related. It was just what spurged in my head. But that'll do us. So hopefully you guys got a little bit of value at the end between the three of us. Okay, now they're asking questions. If we're not going to make millions, where does OA top out? I.e., what's the max turnover we can realistically expect? I'll throw that to you, Jim. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to say it depends. I think when you get to the 85k limit for your VAT, that's when you hit your first sort of bump. And you can either keep on between that, keep it as a little cash flow business, or you can ramp up above that, start getting bigger purchases, but you need the capital to do it. I mean, you can go as hard as you want. It's just how much time are you willing to put in and how systemized you want that business to be. Because for me, OA transitions into wholesale, maybe a few of your own products, maybe changing it to selling on different platforms as well as Amazon. So it varies on where you want to take it and what you want to do personally. Good answer, Jim. I like it. Karen, what your thoughts?
Yeah, the same really. I don't have anything special to say about that. I think you can, okay, we're not going to think you're going to make millions, but I think you can make a massive chunk of change from OA, you know, and it's a great business that you can outsource a lot of, and it can be brilliant something in the background. But as Matt says, don't rely on it on its own, because Amazon's way too shaky. It's built on sand if you're relying nothing on Amazon, only on Amazon, and it's too scary. Yeah, and it's not just Amazon. It's like whatever you're on, whatever platform you're on. If you're relying on Facebook ads for all your traffic, or if you're relying on Google AdWords for your traffic, or you're relying on organic Google rankings or YouTube, or whatever you're doing, it's the same. You know, if you don't control the platform, it's scary to put all your eggs in that one basket. But yeah, I think with regards to making millions, you're not gonna make millions from online arbitrage easily, because, right? Let's say there's I don't know, 30 deals in the UK, for example, on any one day, of which 10 of them are stonkers that maybe you buy. If you could find all 30 deals and 10 of them you buy, but you're not going to go any deeper than kind of, I don't know, let's say you go as deep as 10 units per thing. Maybe you're gung-ho and you go 30 units deep on all 10 of those deals. You're only buying 300 units a day. You do the maths on the profits you're going to make from those selling those 300 units a day, assuming you could get the capital to do it, which is going to be an enormous amount of capital. Then you do the maths. You're not going to get close to them ultra super high figures, because there's bottlenecks, deal flow bottlenecks, purchasing in store bottlenecks. So stores would literally say to you, "No, you can't buy that many." You know, these little things. Prepping less so, because you can outsource it, but like there's these bottlenecks that stop it being an easy to scale business. So can you make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000? Probably a lot of people will do that. But is it easy to do 500, 600, 700,000, a million? No, I would argue that maybe in the US, some people might be doing that kind of level, but they'll have such amazing, like crazy things in place that are driving those kind of sales. Your average seller's not going to be doing that kind of figures. They're just not. Okay, let's end it there then, guys, before it goes crazily long. Thanks for joining us again, everybody that's joined us. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Karen. I'll see you guys on the 30th of April at the live event, won't I? Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And hopefully see some of you guys that are in the comments as well. Yeah. Do you want to say anything before we go? Bye. 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 Cheers, guys. See you, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Matt. That's Karen. This is Jim. This is the Wealth Project. If you're watching this on YouTube later, hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye. Bye.